Hey guys, it's me Pinky. Today we had an update with, I think, one of the most awaited free-to-play Commander Awakenings, which is Egbert. I think quite a few free-to-play players play Bow, I believe at least, and so a lot of them were waiting on Egbert's Awakening, let alone for the fact that his base bow attack is 50%. So he brings the same stats attack-wise than Daeron, Zanel, and Diana, which is kind of interesting. So the question is, what does his awakening do? How good is it? And well, since it's Egbert, and Egbert is kind of a bit like Jean, what to expect with Rebels. So this is Egbert, which is one of the newest free-to-play commanders that came with, I think, the recruitment pass, and he gives you fortifications attack 50%, bowman attack 50%, and then 15% total defense, which means if you 3-star him, you will get 1.6 times the value, which is on the bowman attack. I think the most interesting part is 80% then, and as you can see, I already 2-starred him, which means I get the Tavern buff. This is because he has aptitude and leadership. This should make him as one of the best free-to-play commanders for Tavern. Just because if you are free-to-play, your combat rate is anyways very low and you will get outscored by everyone. That is not free-to-play easily. So I think as free-to-play, combat rate is not the stat to chase. And if you're not free-to-play, and to star him you get 2 useful buffs with aptitude means more speed-ups, and leadership means more rally size and army size, so I like to do this let alone for the Tavern. What is important to notice is that in some formations with Rebels, Egbert plays a role to keep Enzo alive, since we all know when Enzo is more healthy, he does less damage, so it's kind of important not touch that fact, or to not be the first one that touches it, because at some point people will find formation for level 80 4-star Egbert, and if you want to have ideas, we watch my Gene Awakening video because they give some ideas on how to switch out commanders. But for now, I would just not touch this button to not promote him, and then as you can see, I didn't do it so far. Whatever awakening you do, he's capped at level 65. So like this, you can keep him kinda low with even bringing him to 4 stars if you want to. Since it's a 50% bowman commander, and if you're free to play, you might want to also collect the most stats you can. It's kinda important to notice that his passive bonus gives you already another 24% bowman attack, so combined with 3-star effect of 104% bowman attack, which is quite a lot, to be honest. So, for example, for my bowman trap, I will remove Sheila most likely, because Sheila only gives you a bit bow attack. Then some of the bowman attack is passive, so I will just switch out Sheila for Egbert, since other bowman commanders give you attack and some defensive stats, for example. For free-to-plays, he's very strong already, like this, because often as free-to-play you also have no good 4-star combat abilities, like Ubin and Robert have no combat abilities. Sheila's one is passive, and yeah, you have Kairos, which is obviously strong. That leads us to Egbert's 4-star skill, which is the Piercing Eyes. After the battle begins, increases the attack of ally bowman lineup by 90% for 15 seconds. Well, this is not game breaking, not too great, but I think it's kind of okay, to be honest. Look out to other free-to-play commanders, they have worth death. And 90% means if you are free-to-play or like mid-spender, you will be around something, I would say, 1,600 till 2,200 combined total attack and bowman attack. And this would mean you get around like 5% more bowman attack for the first 15 seconds of the fight. Important to notice is that bows also shoot if you get attacked and you have your wall still up, so the battle only starts after like 8-9 seconds when the wall is dead. Doesn't really count here. And well, if you attack, of course, it's kind of the same. So, because you will do more damage to the enemy wall, for example. So I think the skill is stronger than I expected. I was kinda expecting him to be a wood commander, so I think you should be happy if you want to fight with Egbert. Nevertheless, I would advise every one of you to make him 2 stars for the tavern bonus, because I think it's pretty strong. And if you are a bowman fighter and you are free to play-ish, then get him. Replace one of the other free to play-ish commanders with it. If you have, for example, a full female bow lineup, then I don't think Egbert really fits into this, because then he just gives you stats. But if you have something like Kavras, Obin, Sansa, Sheila, and Arya on your wall, you can squeeze him into that pretty easy. Oh, and for everyone that kind of wonders, him versus Tyrion, that kind of wonders, him with Theon. Theon gives you around the same attack stats, and he also gives you defense stats. So I don't think this is the better Theon in attack, in case someone of you might get this idea. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, this was helpful, and if you want to know something, just ask me.